The killer shoved a 1,000-volt stun baton into the agent's mouth, demanding a single piece of military intelligence. But the agent refused to speak. Seeing a large rescue team about to arrive, the killer had no choice but to leave behind a corpse. Strangely, the CIA didn't chase the perpetrator. Instead, they immediately brought the agent back to the lab and opened his skull. The intelligence existed only in the agent's mind and concerned national security. While he still had his last breath and his neurons were still active, headquarters brought in a death row inmate, planning to transplant the agent's memories into the prisoner. Once preparations were complete, the neurosurgeon drilled a small hole into the inmate's head and guided a robotic arm precisely to the frontal lobe. Then they released Citabo, inducing a neural pattern identical to the agent's brain. At first, everything proceeded smoothly, but during the final stage, the inmate's body temperature surged uncontrollably, quickly reaching the limit of human tolerance. If the surgery didn't stop, the inmate would die. The CIA director on site, furious, ordered the doctors to continue regardless of the inmate's life. Fortunately, at the critical moment, the inmate's temperature normalized, allowing the surgery to be completed. Afterward, Director Gordon rushed into the ward, demanding the inmate reveal the military intelligence. But the prisoner, just out of surgery and racked with a splitting headache, had no interest in the trivial matters Gordon babbled about. Gordon ignored his suffering, continuing to describe the events that had happened to the agent. Suddenly, fragments of images and unfamiliar faces flashed across the inmate's mind. It seemed the procedure had worked, but all he wanted now was to escape this hellhole. He deliberately deceived Gordon, claiming he remembered nothing, and gave the director false hope. Gordon assumed the surgery had failed and angrily left, ordering the prisoner return to his cell and instructing his men to find a chance to eliminate the useless man. On the way, the inmate noticed the agent up ahead producing a small vial of poison, apparently meant for him. He saw a metal strip on the car window and bit it off with his teeth, bending it into a hook shape. Reaching through the mesh, he hooked the driver's neck and yanked sharply. The car went out of control and collided with an oncoming vehicle, throwing another agent through the air. The inmate stepped out, smashed the side mirror in front of him, and used the shards to cut through the restraints on his hands. Then, he set fire to the car, himself and all.